A sense of social justice has sustained KU across 125 years, and it was incredibly important to the founding members.
For me, our values aren't just, words written on pieces of paper. We have to be able to live our values.
There are particular groups, I suppose, that we have really aimed to support in the best possible way that we can, because it's an absolute commitment of the organisation.
Sydney had just come out of a big depression in the late 1800s, and some women went back to work, but of course there was no childcare. So children were virtually on the street playing.
Children who were living in an impoverished way, they were not being fed properly, they weren't in good housing, they were on the street.
It was a group of passionate women who wanted the best outcomes for children.
The intention of the women who started KU was first and foremost to provide kindergarten or early education to the children who needed it most.
And it started off very much as a social impact vision, very much with an emphasis on health, but it very quickly turned into a vision for education as well.
Years ago, Jimmy Banks, brilliant Australian, created that mischievous, puckish, lovable young scamp, Ginger Meg.
Now, what's the pedigree of your cards, no?
By Cranwell's Al Soapbox.
What we've seen across 125 years is an organisation that has, at all times, stayed true to children, families, and to community.
Ultimately, what it wants to do is provide the best possible service to families, to communities, and care and education and development of children.
And I think that's one of the strengths of KU. We've remained very proudly not-for-profit. We have a strong commitment to children, all children.
I think that's what has made KU so very successful over such a long time, is that very clear vision and sense of purpose.
In my experience with KU, they have always had a strong sense of social purpose, social justice. And it's extraordinary that has continued through their 125 years.
Making sure that, all children, regardless of where they are or what additional needs they might have or what their family background might be, they all deserve to be accessing high quality services and to be treated with respect and to have some agency and choice.
Working at KU, you also knew you were part of something much bigger.
Connecting children to those big social issues of our time. Equal opportunity, social empowerment, respect and inclusion.
We can't say as an organisation that one of our values is diversity and respect, and then not respect children from different types of families. Marriage equality was a great way of us publicly demonstrating our strong commitment to families, to children and to diversity. So we were very, very proud that we could do that.
I feel incredibly privileged to have worked for KU Children's Services, for an organisation that is absolutely so passionately committed to making a difference to the lives of young children and families.
And I feel incredibly proud when we say goodbye to a staff member who's retiring, and I do the maths and think how many children have they worked with, thousands of children over their careers and families, and that's what's made the difference.
KU has been committed to that for 125 years and will continue to be committed to that for the next 125 years, I'm sure of it, because it's just ingrained in the organisation.
What happens in the first 5 years of a child's life has an enormous impact on the trajectory of the rest of their life. And it's worth the focus of everybody to truly strive for the success of every child within this short space of time.
It's important to see the potentiality of children as future world leaders, as the future decision makers, as those who are going to run our country in years to come. So providing them with the best possible start and a good, thorough understanding of their role in the world is absolutely the responsibility of early childhood educators and teachers working in KU services.